Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Game on! This is the GW Tiger, the Tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the eastbourne of Safe Haven, and this one is under the command of Annoying Git of the WDRGN clan. That's quite a name, isn't it? Yes. Well, I suppose if you play Arty a lot, you will be very annoying to some tank drivers, but that's only their fault because, after all, they're driving a tank and you're driving an Arty. Okay, he's got a bit of a red line problem there, and he's not loaded yet, but rounds out. Oh, it hits the crane. Yes, the problem with that bridge is hitting that bridge means you have to shoot your shell past the crane, which is blocking the way. You need to be a bit further over to the left in order to get a shot past that crane, I think. Yes, you can see it now. And he's also getting a partially obscured reticule, and that indicates there's something blocking the shot. Now, somebody's asked for fire on the Type 68, and I normally respond by putting the T key over the tank and then marking it with my T to tell them that I've seen it. But he actually fired the round in instead, and instead of hitting the Type 68, which I think was hit by the other Arty on our team, who happens to be a Batchat 155-58, and our shell went for the tank that was behind him. Oh, now this is interesting. At the field, Annoying Gets seen an EBR-90. Now they're pests to us. There's two light tanks on the enemy side rather. They've got a panzer wagon and the Batchat. Oh! Now he managed to get 164 hit points of splash. Yes, they've got two light tanks on the team, a Rheinmetall panzer wagon and the EBR-90. And he managed to get some hit points off that guy. Looks like he's going to fire in that direction again. Oh, there's the panzer wagon. Okay, we can see where he is, right up in the corner. And it looks to me like the strip just got stunned by the other Arty, the Batchat. Of course, he's got 3 shots to fire. Rounds out. Will this hit the panzer wagon? Oh my god, it did! Somebody was there. Somebody was behind the bush and they just took a shell. So the panzer wagon might be badly damaged. Okay, well, he's using the 21cm howitzer, which is capable of 900 alpha, 53mm of pen, 11.4 meters on the burst radius, which is actually very big, and 12.5 to 31 seconds of stun. The standard reload, 40.27 seconds, and Annoying Git's got 35.64. Oh, and he gets another hit on the strip this time. 354. He managed to get that shot past the crane, showing that it can be done. Okay, we've got some tanks in the middle area, just underneath the bridge. But several of the enemy tanks are going in there, and their Batchat's taking hammering from our CS63. He's gone down, but I don't think the CS63 will live very much longer. And in fact, yes, he has been taken out by the M60. Now we're going to see if we can get a shot on him. Rounds out. Oh, that was good. In fact, he was lucky. The M60 stopped in his tracks and he took the shell straight on. But this is bad news. We've got an EBR on the way in and we're not even loaded yet. And it's going to take another 18 seconds for us to complete the load. And he's getting rather close. In fact, he's probably going to see the Batchat before he sees us. In fact, our Batchat is probably... Oh, he has taken the shot from the EBR. And the EBR is focusing on him. I think he's auto-aimed on. We're following the target. We're loaded now, ready to go. Okay, stop. Oh, beautiful shot. Oh, that was great. He got a direct hit on the EBR for 431 hit points. But sadly, the EBR did kill our Batchat 155-58, so he's out the game. But they've lost the light tank in return because he's gone, taken out by our Manticore. Yes, Annoying Git's probably going to have to change his position just a little to avoid the enemy Arty, because they've got a T92 and an M53, M55. We're looking at a Wizzy 114. Now he's up on the platform area above the tunnels. Can't really get a shot on him, but the M60, we can get a shot on him, and he's come way over to our side, rounds out, went long. We're going to have to back up. Okay, the Striv's using the bushes, and for good reason. He wants to be able to get shots on the M60 when he comes into sight. So we need to back up a little further onto this hill. Okay, well, we're in the bush, but I think we need to get a bit further into the corner. There's the enemy Striv, and he's up on top of the hill. Now we're dialing in. How long is he going to leave it to dial in? He fires. He gets a direct hit for 379. The enemy T92 just killed our hash barn somewhere else on the battlefield. So the enemy Arty is nailing some of our players. Looks like the T92, that's his only kill, sorry. And we might get another shot at this Striv. He's staying in siege mode for a little while longer. Rounds out. This is going to be an accurate one. And it is 425. Bumps up the damage. We're not getting much stun assist, but we certainly are getting some accurate shots. Okay. Paying attention over to the other side of the battlefield at the moment. Our Manticore's just got another kill. He was the one who got the EBR-90, and now the enemy T-92's been spotted as well as the M53, but he's actually remaining static to take another shot. So we'll dial in and nail him ourselves. Rounds out. And he does get him. In fact, he took a shot from somebody else, so we only got 3 hit points, but the splash was enough to take him out even though he moved. So he's out the game. That just leaves the T92. And that Malshan's just playing off against the AE Phase 1, so we can certainly help the AE Phase 1. We're at an advantage now. There's only 4 enemies remaining. The enemy T92 is about to be nailed by our Manticore, and this will be his 3rd kill if he gets it. And we got the stun assist off that one, as well as damage. Going to the field, there's the T92. He's acting as if he's loaded. And our Manticore's launching rounds into him. You ought to be careful though. T92's got very poor gun depression. So it's very difficult for those guys to defend themselves. You need to push yourself up on a rock to get artificial gun depression if you're going to protect yourself against somebody who's marauding you like that. That's the only way you can get the gun to go down. He's firing a blind shot into the bush. We're anticipating there is a tank destroyer up there. If there is, it's the Striv 1030 who's moved back. There's the M60, the last remaining medium tank on the enemy team. They're normally the jack of all trades, the M60, because it's basically the final development of the pattern with all the bells and whistles on. And still there is that Striv 103B, but we've hit him. Remember, we got one smacking shot right on his corner. Oh, yes, he is up there. And he gets one quick snapshot, and he stuns him. And it's a long stun. We've got loads of stun assist off that one. And the Manticore's going in there to get his 4th kill. I think he's waiting for it. Oh, he's trolling him now. And there's the kill shot. Not from the Manticore, the AE Phase 1. And that's a victory. Here's the end of battle results. An annoying Git was incredibly cool and calculated when that EBR-90 rushed past him. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that game as well. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits And he also got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. We don't have the win 8 results because, of course, it's on what replays. He thinks this is his first ace in the GW Tiger as well. So very well done if it is. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in this game actually goes to the Martian on the enemy team with 4,304 hit points of damage. He didn't get a high caliber, he only got 5 for effect. Second highest damage did go to Annoying Git with 3,866. So I think you could say he was annoying to the enemy team in this one. And third highest damage was the Manticore. Yes, he was rushing around everywhere. He got 3,228 hit points in the game in third place. When it came to kills, it was actually shared between the Manticore, the A Phase 1. They both got 3 kills. And remember, the Manticore came to our rescue because he's the one who killed the EBR-90 in the end. And 2 kills went to the BZ-75, the CS-63, and the Martian on the enemy team. Everyone else got 1 kill, including Annoying Git. But when it came to base XP, it's Annoying Git. He's right at the top. Yeah, 1,052 went to him. 1,043 went to the Manticore. 956 went to the A Phase 1. So only 2 managed to get over 1,000 base. One of those was Annoying Git. And of course, he's the top base XP in this one. And I guess you could say that the Manticore got it because he was just about everywhere. He was spotting people. Yeah, 2,734 spotting assists in that one. So combined damage of 6k. And if we go to Annoying Git's figures on the same basis, let's have a look. Yes, you can see that he actually also got just under 4k there and 1,300 here, so a combined of 6.3. So he was actually slightly better on his combined damage. But yes, only one of 2 players get over 1,000 base. He fired 14 rounds, and that's a decent amount of ammunition expended to get a good result. 6 direct hits on the enemy. One of those was a penetrating shot. Now, do we actually know which one he penned? Well, according to this, it was the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Remember that shot he fired, the blind shot into the bush, or just behind the bush, up on the hill? Well, he did penetrate the guy for 917 hit points, but of course he didn't see it. He knew the guy was there, but it was a fantastic shot at very long range as well, but he made it stick. And yes, just goes to show Panzerwagons, they may be slightly bigger than the standard light tank, they may be classed as a light tank, but they've got very thin armor, which means you can penetrate them if you put the right shell on them, and he certainly did in this occasion. He also got 11 splashes, 3,866 hit points of damage, of which 3,435 broke more than 300 meters. And of course, we didn't know that it was that high at this stage, simply because, or during the battle, simply because the hits on the Panzerwagen wasn't showing. So it was 1,000 hit points up on what, or 917 up on what we were actually showing at the time. So it looked good at the time, but it was actually even better than we thought. 8 on 1, so there's the Confederate, and 1,308 hit points of stun assist after 11 stuns. And he only really got that stun assist right at the end of the game when his teammates were actually hitting tanks that had been stunned by Annoying Git. First the Martian, then the Strib 103, and so he finally picked up a nice bit to actually bump up his score and get that ace tanker. 56,713 credits get from the game, which is a decent amount, and he also took away 4,734 experience points out of it as well. So yes, that was a really good game there. The GW Tiger, it's an interesting Arty. It could have been. It actually could have been, because they were building it at the time. It just was too late for it to actually come into effect and be mass produced. In fact, most of the Tiger 2s that were being produced at that time were being turned into tanks and sent out into action. But more Tiger tanks were actually destroyed in the factories than they were on the battlefield, because, of course, as you know, the RAF was bombing the factories. Even the people who were building the Tigers, and of course most of them were slave labor, were telling the spies where to which factory to actually hit, and they moved the factory. They actually moved it further away from Germany to, I think it was moved into, was it Slovakia or Czechoslovakia, or it was moved further away from Germany to try and make it more difficult for the Americans and the British to actually hit the factory. But they did hit the factory, and they destroyed 657 Tiger 2s on the ground, which is more than the 492 Tigers 2s that they actually did put into service. And of course, they was so good that the Germans, or the Wehrmacht, only gave them to the Waffen SS. They were first used in Normandy in 1944. Yes, just goes to show how good this tank was. But if it had actually been a GW Tiger, I think it would have been pretty deadly, because it could carry the weight, and it potentially could have carried a big howitzer, a 21 centimeter howitzer around, which would have been very, very annoying for the Allies. But thankfully, they had so few Tigers that they didn't do it. So there you go. A bit of history as well, right at the end. Well done to Annoying Git. If it is his first ace, then it's something to congratulate. And I expect we'll be seeing a few more of these from you. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.